God's had me quiet for a few days, and a few days ago I actually started to record a message for you guys regarding some of the things that God has done and revealed in the last 2 months regarding offering of first fruits and first and second Passover being relative in relation to first and second resurrection, and a list of things that I've actually compiled over the last couple months of what he has revealed, because it's something that I've been using to stand in faith and to encourage myself. And I shared it in our assembly, but then I started to do a video for you guys and God stopped me. Every time that I would try to, every time I tried to do that video, there was a disruption and all different kinds of reasons why I couldn't complete the video or even really get started on the video. And I was wondering, well, why? Why are you stopping me from this? And what I was feeling is that I'm the one who has sat down to compile this list of all of the things that he's revealed in the last couple months. That's what I'm doing to stand in my own faith. And others are not doing that. Are you guys doing that? Is that how you're standing? So he stopped me from doing something that you guys are supposed to be doing. And then this morning, he woke me up talking about wine left on its dregs. I had to look this up because I actually didn't know what dregs were, but it's basically like wine left on its sediment, so like at the very bottom of the wine. I want you to hear what he says about this, and I think it's really appropriate because tomorrow is the last day of second Passover, so if people have not entered into the second, they're not going to make it. You're just not. If you didn't return to God, and, mind you, remember that I read to you the other day, Second Chronicles chapter 30, in which Hezekiah had called the people in to return to God on this second Passover. They hadn't made themselves clean yet, which is actually in opposition to what God commands, or is not in keeping with what God commands. And yet Hezekiah appealed to God because they had gotten to such a time of wickedness where the people entering into second Passover couldn't even consecrate their lambs to God because they had not made themselves ready. So the Levite priests had to do it for them. And yet Hezekiah appealed to God, acknowledging that this is not what he commanded, but asking him, please heal the people who actually seek you with all of their heart. And God did. And so what I was sharing with you in that is that you need to seek him with all your heart. There's one day left. You need to seek him with all your heart. It is not enough for you to just check some boxes, eat some unleavened bread, and, do whatever it is that you think you're doing. You need to seek him with all your heart, or you're not going to make it. I've told you for months now that this is a critical Passover because the witnesses are going to be offered, and there is no return after that. And so if you even make it into the second Passover because you actually finally sought him with all your heart, you're still going to experience the fifth plague, and you're still going to die in the sixth trumpet. Then you're going to rise in the second resurrection, rise to life, that's all that means, to bear the consequences of your sin and bear the others who rise in that resurrection, who did not live during this time. And you're going to have to prove that you will not go astray because you went astray when Israel sinned. Unless you made it into the first Passover, but I'm not hearing from any of you. So here's what the context of Scripture says regarding wine left on its dregs. Jeremiah 48:11. Moab has been at rest from youth, like wine left on its dregs, not poured from one jar to another. She has not gone into exile. So she tastes as she did, and her aroma is unchanged. Do you guys understand that God brings judgment so that you will discipline, so that you will return to him? That's the covenant that he established with his people. So when he says that Moab, a wicked nation, has been at rest from youth, like wine left on its dregs, not poured from one jar to another, has been unchanged, she still smells the same. You need to understand this within the context of the rest of Scripture, which says that it's good for you to bear the burden, for you to bear the yoke when you're young, so that you can be changed, so that you can actually work out your salvation. But Moab is content with just being the same. Moab is complacent and lazy. Zephaniah 1:12. And at that time I will search Jerusalem with lamps and punish those who are complacent, who are like wine left on its dregs, who think the Lord will do nothing, either good or bad. You're just sediment. You're complacent. You just sit there. There's really no other message that I can give you right now. Like that speaks for itself. The fact that God is waking me up with this message the day before the second Passover ends, about complacency, about wine left on its dregs, a wicked and lazy people claiming to be his, speaks volumes to the reason you're about to go into the fire. Discern it with God.